Hello everyone, I'm Officer Matt McKinster. I work your area along with my partner Mario Lazoya. Mario usually attends your meetings because I have volleyball practice with my girls on Tuesday nights, but I got tonight off. So just an update on the VIP area where you guys live. Lieutenant Consolian just printed this out for me, so it's the latest numbers we have for January and February. The total arrests we've made, and this goes from northern on the north boundary down to Camelback and 15th Avenue over to I-17. It's a VIP area, the Councilman Valenzuela's VIP area. So that area alone, which is pretty small compared to our whole precinct, we had 82 arrests. Of those arrests, 37 of them were felonies. Of those 37, 21 of them were drug violations. And we had 45 misdemeanor arrests. We seized 4 firearms. We took 77 reports, criminal reports. We only recovered 1 stolen vehicle. That's not bad. In field interrogations, those are stops we make that may not turn into a criminal matter immediately, but down the road they could turn into criminal matters. We had 34 of those. We got 10 new people into our MROPE program. It's a misdemeanor repeat offender program, where if we keep arresting the same people over and over again for drinking at the bus stop or trespassing, that's one of my favorites, then they get longer sentences when they go to court. So 10 people in 2 months, it's pretty good. It's fun. So it's all right. We've seen we're still on a decline as far as crime is, citywide and neighborhood-wise. Percentage-wise, I can't tell you how much. It might be 1% to maybe 2% over the last 6 years that we've had a decrease in crime throughout the city and Washington Park neighborhood. That being said, you guys know the numbers better than I do. We're approximately, close to 700 officers short. Those 700 officers have left in the last 6 years, and over 6 years we've had a decrease in crime. I think that's pretty good, considering what we're handed. So I don't have any big issues to bring to you guys. You guys are doing great with the emails. Letting me know. Pam's awesome with them. Maria Ewing is awesome with them. I like it. It gives me something to do. So my typical day starts at 6 a.m. Mario and I come down here. First thing we do is we find somebody trespassing and we book them into jail. That's the start of our day. In Phoenix, it doesn't take us long. Literally, our precinct is at 56th Street and just south of Bell, a long ways from here. But it takes about 25 minutes to get down here, 5 minutes to make an arrest, and our record to and from the jail booking somebody is 46 minutes. We made it last week, 46-minute arrest, but that's not normal. It's usually about 3 to 4 hours with this new awesome computer system we have. I'm not downplaying it. It's very fancy. It's very technical, but it's time consuming, to say the least, to get somebody booked into jail. It's a shame, but we'll keep arresting people. It's fun. So, yes, ma'am. Question?
I heard that the CAOs were put back out on patrol. Is that true?
That is true.
That's Maria Ewing.
That's Maria Ewing. Yes, you look familiar. So the answer to, how do I say it, the shortage of police officers and shortage of patrol guys was to put specialty units back in patrol. Detectives, they sit behind a desk all day. They're coming out to the street. They give us an option 1 week a month. So we broke ours up. We were lucky enough to convince our commander and chiefs that if we took a week off, nothing would get done in our community action world. We would come back to 300 to 400 emails on a Monday, and we'd never get out to help anybody. So we convinced our bosses that Wednesdays, we'd like to do every Wednesday. We'll come in late, we'll work late into the nighttime hours, and we'll go take radio calls. And literally on Wednesdays, if you call me or send me an email, I'm not supposed to get back to you. My boss has said, no, this is, you are a patrol officer that day. You're stuck to that radio. And we are. And the second shift guys, they're getting hammered with calls. I just got out of the car and there's 18 calls holding for the precinct. It seems high, but that's pretty normal this time of day. My precinct is the 101 is a north boundary, Campbell is our south boundary, Scottsdale Road to I-17. So it's the most populated precinct, it's the biggest precinct, and it's the busiest. So, but when we have about 200 and, we just got 5 officers, new guys. So we have about 222 officers total for the whole area. This is considered, we call it the 61 area. We start at, I'll say, Thunderbird-ish, south of the mountain, all the way to Campbell, from the 51 to the 17. At any given time, you may have 6 officers for the area. And back when I started 14, 15 years ago, we had 10 to 12 people at any given time in this area. This wasn't even our area back then, but now that we have it, it's a nice change for us. We used to go to Carefree Highway, so we like that they took everything north of the 101 and gave it to a new precinct, so it's neat.
The city at the budget last year said they were going to be hiring hundreds of new officers. Did they not do that? With the money we told them they could spend on police officers?
The money's there. For the police officers, I think we're supposed to hire 200 to 300 within the next 3 years. It's physically impossible to do it. We have a class, 3,000 people show up to take the written test. Over half of that will fail the test. I mean, at least half. So from that point, they'll get invited to take the physical. Half will be gone from there. It's true. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, but a lot of people want to come here. And then through background and everything else, we'll weed out at least more. So out of 3,000, we'll, I don't know, maybe 100 to 150 guys make it through.
How many are retiring in that same period of time?
Way more than that.
Yeah. So it's not.
But we're a senior department. We are a very senior department. Compared to the rest of the nation, we haven't hired in the last 6-7 years. So our rookie, the guys we call newbies or booters, are 8 years into their career. And these guys are like, whoa, you know, hey, come on. Why you gotta call me a new guy? But they are. And so in a typical class, we'll put, I think they said that we start with 20 officers in an academy class. The academy's 4 months long. And we'll graduate, well, one class we graduated 4. And this last class, I think we might have gotten 10, which is okay. That's cool. We take whatever numbers they throw us, that's fine. If one guy makes it out, we're happy. That's one more person that's out there on the street. And if you're working as a patrol guy right now, working second shift, you'll take whatever you can get. And they call us daily. They say, hey, we need you. Come work some overtime. Sure, if we can work some overtime, we'll be there. Not that I enjoy being at work 60, 70 hours a week. I do like my job. I like being a cop. It's really fun, but I also have a family. I have 3 kids I like to spend time with. But the thought is always in my head and all my partners' heads is something's going to happen, you know, and you're going to feel real bad that you didn't answer that call to go help out your buddies, you know, and a shooting takes place. God forbid, one of us gets hurt, it's always on our mind of, oh man, if I were working, if I would have been riding with him that night. So it's a mental game, but at the same time, it's like we need more cops, and they're working on it. It's how long is it going to take? I can't predict it. If I tell you 5 officers every 2 to 3 months, that's a lot of months to get up to 200 to 300.
Yeah.
And that's what they were authorized. What, 200 to 300 officers? Yeah, I think. I don't quote me on the number. I thought we were around the 690 range, something like that we're short. We don't have 3,000 officers in Phoenix. It's the fifth or sixth largest city in the nation. We don't have 3,000 cops. Ma'am.
I just wanted to tell you that I personally am very happy. It's not real easy to become a police officer.
No, I appreciate that. And we actually noticed that, in our last hiring stint, like 8 years ago, where the city lowered their standards. And I'm not ever going to talk bad about the people I work with, but we made the headlines last couple of years of some pretty bad stuff some of those officers did. But again, to our cities, to stand behind our city, they were punished as they should be. Do I think officers should get harsher punishment? No, we should be treated just like everybody else. But none of those guys got to escape out of anything. None of them work with us anymore. But it's for the better. We don't like getting in the headlines for stuff like that.
Okay,
Sir.
one more question, that's it. We're gonna let it go. Go ahead.
I just got a comment. At my age, I grew up in a small town who never had a police department.
Really?
Really.
Where's that at?
West Burlington Highway. About 600 people.
Where's this at?
And they knew each other.
Iowa? Oh, because all 600 of you guys are brothers or cousins or something, right? That's what my partner says. He's from Iowa. He goes, everybody's related out there. So, but no, I can stick for more questions if you guys have something. I'm always available. Pam's pretty good at getting a hold of me. Try to get back really quickly.
He's just wishing he never heard my name.
That's not true.
I just want to say thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you, Maria.
Amen.